stand for it. So we're here, right? A couple things I saw a lot of us, you know, the collective here, us do, is we were real comfortable staying straight on center line with our combos. When I talk to you guys about moving off center line, I'm not talking about if me and Carson are standing here, I'm not talking about being off center line like this, right? That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is right in the center of Carson, there's a line, right? My foot's on that line generally when we're in kind of that 50-50 stance. All I'm talking about being is here, 6 inches over from. We had a lot of comfortability kind of just trading back and forth right here. So whenever we're throwing our combos, all I need us to be is if we're here and we're about to throw a combo, bop, bop. Just that little bit of a step up. So we're going to do a line drill to solve this. So we're going to each have a partner. All the partner's going to do is just touch a 1-2, stepping back. So bop, bop. That's all you're doing. The partner that's going, so I'm throwing at Carson now. All you're looking to do, bop, 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 getting off that center line. He's backing straight up for you to make it very simple. This isn't an active drill for the other guy, just for the A side guy. So I'm here, bop. Getting off that center line both ways. So if I'm here with Carson and we're going this way, I'm not just chasing Carson down the mat. Still closing that distance, you're just moving that off angle just that little bit. Alright? We're going to do that back and forth couple times. What? Yeah, wall. 1, 2, 3. Regardless which direction I'm moving, whichever direction I'm going, that's the foot that moves first. So if I'm going forward, my forward foot is always that first step. If I'm going backwards, it's always that back step. If I'm moving to my right, if I'm moving left, it's always whatever direction you go. Because otherwise you end up in a weird, if you're coming forward, you end up in a square stance. If you're moving backwards and doing it, same thing. You end up crisscrossing, the stuff you don't want to end up. So, another thing I noticed that we had a lot of problems with is a lot of us were staying too tall for our body shots. A couple body shots you want to be aiming for just from an anatomical standpoint. You can do the under chin, right? So I'm looking just hit kind of that breastplate. That's for when you get those guys, a Paul, an Enoch, someone like that who's got really good motion, and you're not landing clean to their head all the time. So if Carson starts moving real crazy and I'm just not feeling like I can time those head shots well, a lot of the time their head movement will be great, their trunk movement won't be. So that kind of upper trunk. So as they start moving, I'll just start, instead of that jab going to the chin, I'm going to throw it through the center of that chest, kind of right below that clavicle. You can't deliberately attack the neck with a punch, but you can attack right below it. That's what I'm kind of where that clavicle means. That's where I'm aiming. Because occasionally he's going to run into the fist of it, and otherwise it's going to help you slow him down and set up some of those shots. Solar plexus. So that's going to be more breathing interruption, more that. Belly button, same thing. They're trying to kind of pull that wind out of them, things like that. Liver shot, so reaching across with your left hand. For a liver shot, what a lot of people try to do is hit dead on. Realize you're not going to land liver, you have to go up and in. So it's kind of that, it's not that kind of beer mug hook. This, it's kind of that up and in motion that you're looking at. There. Right side, you can throw that same type of punch, but you're reaching for it a lot of the time, so I don't recommend that right side kind of uppercut body shot. You can throw the center line if you want, but I wouldn't go to like it's just not an effective strike 9 times out of 10. Unless their opposite stance, then sometimes it can be, but even then not my favorite body shot. Questions on those?
On your throwing, you need to keep that shoulder high when you throw to the chest, because you kind of
Here, I'm throwing it just like I would my stereotypical jab. I'm just changing my direction. So same way you would throw your normal jab. It can. It's more of a. So if you talk about fighting in rhythm, it's more of a pattern interrupt than it is like a true like that should break their breath type thing. So like if I'm moving with Carson and we're going and we're doing things, it's more of that little flinch type. I'm slowing down some of that motion. I use it a lot of the times on Kylo's Shelton, Eric Shelton, Showtime when he was here. When he would get doing this shit on me, I'd stop aiming for his head and I'd start hitting his chest because that was the only way I was going to land something. It's not going to be the world's most effective strike, but it is going to help you get it. And then to show you that thing I was working with Carson. So, we're here. I like to throw a quick jab here, and then I'm going to look to throw a leg jab. So it's pop, stop. I'm changing levels on that like I'm going to shoot. Because if he doesn't respect the shot, shoot! Take what's there. But if he starts to respect the shot, which a lot of people, especially when they're working with me, boom, I'll touch. See how that naturally brought his hands? All we're looking to do, the straight, it comes straight until the last 20% arcs over. So it's straight. Yeah, that big knuckle. Like I'm trying to pour one out for the horse.
Oh, okay.
That's how I coached Paul on it the other day. He cried laughing, but knew immediately. Like it fixed it immediately. Felt wrong a little bit, but it worked. I have to connect with you on your level. So boom, I'm here. I hit that straight on jab. I like to step off with that second one, trying to hit kind of that mid-thigh, just to get that distance break. Bop.
Always going for that lead.
Always that lead leg, even if he's southpaw. So Carson's dirty southpaw. Bop, bop.
Yeah, that just changes the direction.
Yeah, so it just changes the out direction. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But you're still going to
Yeah, so it's still bop, bop, straight. So the problem that a lot of you have is you throw like an old school, like baseball player, like a cricket throw.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I can do it. I don't care
When you throw your overhand.
keep doing it, I just need your login information to your
Bop.
and then
I'm throwing straight
I will literally
until that last little bit. Bop.
I can't interview.
Very rarely am I throwing the true overarching punch. Even when I'm throwing that check hook, it's jab, hook, snap at the end.
That's something we should be practicing on that.
Absolutely, because what a lot of you guys end up doing is you're here and you're like, and you straight arm it, and it just arcs out. Just that last little bit, you turn that elbow out, turn that hand over. Does that make sense? Alright, so I want you guys to drill that out. That'll be our last bit. Yeah, jab, leg jab, over. Alright, 1, 2, 3.